3, 2, 1.
How does it not end up being a scam, so to speak? Is some evil person going to get some sort of hacker's code? And, I know people that have terribly been hacked.
Can some hacker do it?
No, I'll take the Bitcoin, but only if it's so made clear to me that, it's a good choice and it's a safe choice.
What would you like to choose?
That's a magical number right there, the 444. I think I'm going to go with the 50.
Welcome to Satchats, the Bitcoin podcast, where we chat about sats. Sats are the smallest part of a Bitcoin, the same way pennies are the smallest part of a dollar. With Satchats, we are building the world's biggest Bitcoin welcome center. The world's biggest. Just you all wait. So if you are brand new to Bitcoin, we want to chat about sats with you. Head to satchats.com to grab your slot in the studio today. I'm your host, Stewart.
And I'm your co-host, Anna Beavon.
And in the studio today, for real, a lot of Zooms recently, but for real, physically in the studio, number 132, Ava.
And welcome.
Now, this is one of your friends.
Yeah.
So let's hear the scoop on Ava here.
There's not a lot of scoop. We've known each other from the world planning, event planning world. And that's about really it.
Yep.
And we were texting yesterday, and I was like, you should come on in.
Yeah.
And she actually said yes.
Thank goodness.
Thank you,
Ava.
This is after expressing that I know zero zip zilch about Bitcoin, and I want to say thank you for bringing me on. I'm excited, and I appreciate the fact that y'all are willing to meet us where we are. I was hesitant to come on at first because how's this conversation going to go? Am I being converted, Am I being converted into a Bitcoin believer?
Right.
I've got a lot of questions. I did a lot of research. I have an episode I'd like to reference. I'm looking forward to that.
Wowie
zowie. I'm going for it.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she didn't just say yes. She said yes and.
Yes
and. So, okay, let's hear it. What is keeping you from stacking your first sats?
So, number 56.
Dang. Marissa on the dial.
Which is,
I love that
she is my best friend.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is working out very well.
Oh my goodness, you had no idea. Okay. Marissa felt like my spirit animal. Okay, so she's
a lot of people's spirit animal.
That girl is fantastic. Hey, Marissa. Okay. I don't do math. I don't do numbers. I actually just posted a meme about that recently that said, God knew not to make me good at math because then I would just take over the world, right? No numbers, no logic. I am an artist. I am a creative. I am a feeler. I wanted to share that one of my biggest insecurities, I feel like I'm just not book smart and I'm dumb a lot of the time compared to a lot of other people, right? And once I learned about the different types of intelligence and saw that interpersonal intelligence is a thing, then I felt a lot better. I'm like, okay, I'm a people person. I'm all for people and understanding and love and, okay, all the fluffy stuff. So I'm hesitant. What could you tell me? Eli 5 me with Bitcoin, right? Explain I'm 5 because otherwise I will not get it. I didn't do well in history. I didn't do well in any of the maths, much like what Marissa said. So she and I are in the same boat of help me understand if you can. What is this?
Yeah. Well, it is good to recognize different forms of intelligence because until, at least in the Western world, Gutenberg developed the printing press, almost no one had the option to be book smart.
This is true.
Right? So it wasn't really, it hasn't been a form of intelligence
what were we before that?
For a very long time in terms of the grand scale of humanity. So shout out all my non-book smart peeps.
This is what I mean. Where did you gathered, it's the terminology, it's the logic, it's the words, it's this library of information. I'm like, Gutenberg? When's the last time I heard that name? You know what I mean? So I'm impressed. I'm impressed But also, can you Eli 5 me?
Yeah. Well. Let's Eli 5 myself so I can figure out best how to Eli 5 you.
Got it.
Okay.
A lot of Eli 5ing.
It sounds like you have yet to stack your first sats because you don't know what Bitcoin is, and you don't feel like your specific type of intelligence is the intelligence required to come to understand it. Is that correct?
That sounds pretty accurate. Yes.
Okay.
I also want to know, in terms of like tangibility, is that a word? How to use. I found myself asking, like, and Marissa asked the same question. Can I go buy a pair of shoes with this Bitcoin once I rack it up to a certain amount? You know, can I go invest in my business? Can I make business purchases with this?
Yeah.
Then what is truly to be done with it? I also have a question about how does it not end up being a scam, so to speak? But I'm thinking like futuristically, I'm scared. You know how you talked about this is like this is true freedom is what you said, right? So knowing that the government does not have its hands in it, knowing that we have more control and more power over Bitcoin, 10 years from now, is some evil person going to get some sort of hacker's code? And, you know, I know people that have terribly been hacked. I'm thinking about that too.
Okay.
That fear is there. So I almost feel like I'm staying away because it feels like something that I could be hurt by in the future, and I don't even want to take that risk kind of thing.
Okay.
These are my thoughts.
So we've got a choose your own adventure here with 3 separate paths that we can go down.
You're such a great listener.
Number 1, what is Bitcoin? Number 2, what can I do with it? Number 3, how do I know I'm going to be safe? So which one of those 3? So you got to the point, and I loved these books, by the way. I used to read them down all the time. At my grandfather had a little summer home in Little Washington, North Carolina. Shout out Little Washington. Okay. Shout out Bill's Hot Dogs. Man, that place was tasty. So you've gotten to the part in the Choose Your Own Adventure where it's like, if you want to do this, flip to page 42.
Yeah.
If you want to do this, flip to page 70. Which one of those 3 intrigues you the most as a starting off point?
I'm going to say safety because I'm not completely against starting this journey, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here, because depending on what you share with me today, and then this question you will ask at the end of the episode of, do I want the $50 or the Bitcoin? It's like, no, I'll take the Bitcoin, but only if it's so made clear to me that like it's a good choice and it's a safe choice, and that there is something to come of it that makes sense to me.
Totes. Okay. So let's treat this piece.
You love
Are you
this
excited?
Piece. Yeah, you love this piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First possible threat to Bitcoin is that a government comes and gets control of it, right? That's what you just expressed. How am I going to be assured that 10 years from now, some Gouvernement doesn't come in and say, this is ours now?
True.
Well, the reason why a government can't do that is because of how Bitcoin works. So, a government is centralized. Our government is centralized in Washington, D.C. Companies are centralized. Apple is centralized in, is it Cupertino?
I have no idea.
Someplace in
Sounds about
California.
right.
Yeah.
Right? Silicon Valley, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I guess information used to be centralized in the form of vast libraries like the one in Alexandria where, hey, if you needed to look something up, you kind of had to go to one place to get it. And I actually remember for my master's thesis, I actually got special permission from my professor to access this Shakespearean archive in D.C. that just so happened to have a 500-year-old book about plants that I needed to get into to confirm for myself that what people thought during that time was in fact what they thought. But I had to go all the way to D.C., all the way to where they had it. It was centralized.
Yeah.
All right. So centralization makes it very easy for someone more powerful than you to come and get your stuff. If you're a country and you're not as powerful as my country and we don't like you, but we like what you have, we will go to where you are and get your stuff because it's in one place, you know? And So if you have gold, for example, all in Fort Knox, it's centralized. Right. And in someone theoretically, allegedly, could go to Fort Knox right. and crack in there and get the gold because it's physically right there and it's all in one place. Okay. Decentralization is how Bitcoin works.
Right.
Right? Where is Bitcoin located?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Quite technically, it is residing on over 23,000 normal everyday computers connected to the internet around the world. So if America was like, okay, we should have been stacking harder, and we haven't, and now we're jealous, so we're just going to take the Bitcoin. Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah,
where are you going to go?
More work.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where, you know, the Romans show up and say, show me Spartacus. And one dude steps forward and says, I'm Spartacus. Next guy steps forward, I'm Spartacus. You don't know where Spartacus is, right? So it's very hard. It would be, I'm pretty certain, impossible for a centralized power to capture a decentralized entity.
Interesting.
Right? It is the many-headed hydra of the modern age.
Okay.
And it's amazing.
Or the, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Right.
Dang.
Right. Yeah, there it is.
Whoa. A government, there's no fear because you can't do it.
Right.
You can't do it. It's not material. You can't round it all up and get around it because you could maybe say, hey, it's banned. China actually said Bitcoin is banned. And Chinese people were like, LOL, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's a program on my computer. You have literally no power to do that, right? That's like the government saying, guys, gravity inside our borders is now 9.9 meters per second squared, period, guys. That's it. You can't just declare, right? So you're safe from a government because it just ain't happening, okay?
So there's not like a digital thread or foundation that can be hacked even though Bitcoin has spread out to those 23 some, did you say 23,000 earlier? Right.
So hackers are the next threat, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, we've established that a government can't do it.
Yeah.
Can some hacker do it, right? Because everyone who doesn't have a lot of familiarity with the internet just believes hackers are these all-powerful hooded figures that can simply... And by the way, TV and movies make it way... Hacking is not glorious at all. Yeah. It's not like, okay, let me pop, boop, doop, doop. I'm in. You're actually writing a program that just sprays like 9 billion ports worldwide, and you just find the ones that haven't updated their software in a long time. Like, it's not sexy.
I prefer the movie version.
Yeah.
I think it's cooler.
Real world hacking is not sexy. Okay? So in order to hack into something, there needs to be vulnerabilities inside that program's source code. And there needs to be a reason to do so that is profitable, right? Bitcoin's source code is freely available for everyone to inspect. So the smartest people in this field, by the way, because we've established there's many types of smartness, but the smartest people in this field have looked at Bitcoin's code and said, looks good. Right?
Yeah.
Looks good. And by the way, I was talking to my best friend, number 60 this morning, and he mentioned that
who are we going to see? Number 60, Simple Steve.
Okay. Yes. Wow.
There's 500,000 lines of code. For reference, a 500-page book will contain about 10,000 sentences, so it'd be like 5,500-page books.
Wow.
But people have gone through this, okay? And they've determined this is good. Also, BT Dub, you don't have to take their word for it. Bitcoin has been operating for 16 years, 24/7, 365. The number of times it has been hacked is 0 times.
Wow.
Okay? And do you know who is attempting to hack into Bitcoin 24/7, 365? Literally everyone.
Okay.
And Satoshi was so confident in the strength of Bitcoin that he left 1 million coins in his wallet and published the address for everyone to see, basically saying, here's my vault. Y'all try to get in. Try to get in. Everybody try to get in. No one has gotten in. Bitcoin is so incredibly secure in its source code, and it's so incredibly secure in the amount of computing power that is supporting it that you would need an unrealistic amount of computing power to try to compete with it.
Okay.
Bitcoin has won, okay? The only potential edge case that some people are trying to work out these days is, what if a quantum computer breaks onto the scene and is like,
yeah,
you know, you think you have power, I have power. I'm in the quantum realm, homie, you know? We ain't there yet.
not happening.
The quantum computers these days are not anywhere close. And if they get anywhere close, Bitcoin will have long since upgraded itself to be resistant, right? Because unlike paper money, which, you know, they do try to add more colors. They make the president's faces bigger. They add a blue strip.
Little strip.
There's not much you can do to upgrade that. There's a lot you can do to upgrade Bitcoin, so long as everyone, all 23,000 some odd, agree, right?
Okay.
So from a safety and security, especially over the long term, there's nothing better than Bitcoin. And it's one of the reasons why I chose Bitcoin.
That great segue. So I was going to ask, do the other types of cryptocurrency have that same security, have that same like strength, I guess you could say? And I wanted to ask, what made you choose Bitcoin rather than the other cryptos?
Maybe some cryptocurrencies, maybe not. No cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin has the amount of computing power behind it that Bitcoin does, to my understanding, right? Like, all of cryptocurrency is worth maybe $3 trillion US dollars. I don't know. I'm just y'all put it in the comments what the actual number is. Somebody said this the other day. But effectively 2.2 or 2.3 trillion of that 3 trillion is Bitcoin. Which means that all the 100 million coins represents that smaller portion. So Bitcoin is the biggest and the baddest and the best.
Is it the original?
No.
Okay.
It's the first one that worked.
Okay.
Was it all like sort of happening in the same like time span?
I believe the first one was like as early as the late 80s. This guy was trying to figure it out.
Wow.
Then there were some attempts in the 90s through the cypherpunks who said, hey, we know that privacy online is going to be important because if you can't, the governments will grow to try to track your every movement online. We need something that will allow us to transact freely without the government being able to control it. We're going to give it they couldn't quite figure it out. And then in 2008, Satoshi was like, holler, I did it.
Wow.
Right? So the reason, so I'm not certain any cryptocurrency can compete with Bitcoin. In fact, I know they can't.
Right.
But what I can't answer is, are they the same level of secure? I don't know.
Okay.
Here's why I chose Bitcoin. Bitcoin is decentralized. Every other cryptocurrency effectively is not because it's issued by a company. We've had economists come on the show and say Bitcoin delivered on the promise of digital money. Every other cryptocurrency is an attempt to improve on that.
Wow.
And it's not improving on that, so don't worry about it. So XRP, for example, a company just issues it. They're like, well, just let there be 100 billion XRP tokens. And they could cut that in half tomorrow. They could double it tomorrow. Bitcoin is a set of rules that doesn't change unless everyone agrees. Other cryptocurrencies, you don't have that same promise.
So to your point, to connect the dots here, somebody could go and ruin XRP. Somebody could go to XRP specifically and say, all right, we're messing with your system and now your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency is not as valuable, or we stole it. Or so to your point, like Bitcoin is more secure in that way and the others are attempting that and it's not working.
Specifically, the creators of XRP could change the rules.
Yeah.
I see.
And then you're like, well, dang, I got in for these reasons and now it's different.
Got you. The creator. Why are we not at the whim of Satoshi?
Because Satoshi created the program, but Satoshi does not direct the program.
Okay.
If you want Bitcoin, you must work for Bitcoin or you must buy it from someone who has it. It's a closed network.
Okay.
So Satoshi is not in control of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in control of Bitcoin.
Okay.
And the people who are running Bitcoin's program on their computers are the ones that are monitoring the network. So let me see if I can find a way to explain this.
Sort because of like a whole bunch of Hall monitors. Like nodes are like a whole bunch of monitors. Or Hall monitors.
And
they enforce the rules of the network.
Are they satillionaires? Are they like trillionaires in the sats because they are the people that are the Hall monitors?
You can run a node and have no Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What?
It's just a program that monitors and says, okay, guys, the rules of Bitcoin says there's only 21 million.
Yep.
You got to have the Bitcoin in order to spend it. And you can't make any changes unless everyone agrees. And then it just looks for those things.
Interesting.
You know, if I try to send the same Bitcoin to you and to Anna Beavon, the nodes will say, dude, we've tracked every Bitcoin since all Bitcoin time.
Yeah.
And you do have that Bitcoin, but you can't send it to two people at once. So
right.
we're going to reject this transaction, but this one works.
So the nodes are like the bank that's not a bank? You know, like they're... No. Okay.
No. So a node is like a watchdog. Mm-hmm. But it's not like a bank because the bank has the money. You're the bank.
I see. Okay.
You're the bank. That's what's so powerful about Bitcoin. You're the bank, right? And you're banking a form of money that people can't mess with.
Right.
Because if you went into the pandemic and said, hey, I've got $100, then the United States says, well, we got to print $40 more to deal with this. Then your $100 no longer buys $100 worth of stuff. It buys $100 worth of stuff in a $140 sized marketplace. And you're like, dog, why is everything so expensive?
Right.
It's because they're giving themselves infinite money by kind of soaking it up from us slowly over time. But with Bitcoin, there's only 21 million.
Right.
So if you have 1 million Satoshis and are a satillionaire, that's it. Your share of the network will not go down unless you spend or receive more Bitcoin.
Okay.
Also, if you want to get your money, it's there.
Yeah.
Right? There have been situations where banks are like, well, why do you want this money? They're like, because it's mine.
Right.
They're like, but it is a lot at one time. You're like, well, I got a lot.
And they're like,
so I want it right
I
now.
don't feel like it.
They're like, well, we might need to take this under review, dog. Because
Yeah.
are you a criminal? No.
And then there's also that banks choose how much of the money that you've put into your account they'll give you. Like they'll hold money in your account for like 7 or 8 days or like 10 days.
Yep.
So like it's not just taking money out, it's also putting money in.
In exchange for the convenience of someone else taking care of your money, you both have to agree that you have the amount of money that you have. You both have to agree on when you get to take it out.
Right.
And you have to agree to them making more money on it than you are.
Crazy. Okay.
Nah. So, Bitcoin, and to be clear, Bitcoin exchanges have been hacked like whoa. Okay? Where you go to buy Bitcoin online, people hack into that sucker like a mug.
Yeah, so I was doing some research. There's a New York Times article I might pull up while we're here today. That like they were very clear, like 2-factor authentication all the time. Knowing exactly what program or app that you're using, which was going to be a question for me today too. Like, okay, you know I'm at square zero. So what's the first app I should download? What's the first website I should go to that is secure, that will not give me an issue, you know?
Well, good, clean cybersecurity in your personal life will make it harder for you to lose your Bitcoin as well.
Right.
But not leaving your Bitcoin on the exchange where you bought it is also a pretty sweet idea.
On the exchange. Okay, tell me about on the exchange versus where else could it be?
So let's say you go to the grocery store because you want some Ithaca hummus. You go and buy a tub of roasted red pepper. Or what do we have? This looks like lemon dill from the top.
Lemon-dill.
I got the lemon dill. Great flavor, by
I'm
the way.
excited.
Yeah,
It tastes so
First
good.
time?
So good.
Can't wait.
You go and buy some Ithaca hummus. You take this tub off the cold case to the checkout, and you buy Ithaca hummus. That's like you buying Bitcoin. You go to a place that has what you need and you buy it from there. However, many newcomers to Bitcoin leave their Bitcoin with that exchange to take care of it for them instead of bringing it into their own life. So it's almost like they buy the hummus
and then leave it at
then
the
they
register?
walk back to the cold case and they put it back in the cold
there?
case and they put
Somebody
a
else could
sticky
take
note.
it.
Someone else could take it. Exactly. But they put a sticky note that says, this is mine, and if I ever need any of it, I want to be able to get to it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got you, boss.
Eats your lunch.
Yeah, we know how that works out in company kitchens, or really even in your own kitchen.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that's going to invalidate this next part, which is,
16.
I guess, assume you, let's imagine you live alone and nobody can get into your house, okay? When you take Bitcoin into self-custody, after you buy the Bitcoin, you leave the grocery store with the hummus and you go put it in your fridge.
Right.
That way, when you want it, it's right there, okay? And in this scenario, you would have to imagine that in order for someone else to get into your fridge, they would have to guess your fridge's password.
Got
And
it.
in order to guess your fridge's password, they would need to make more guesses than there are atoms
Yeah.
in the observable universe.
Right.
Right? They're going to be dead before they even get 1% of the way through guessing.
So where's the exchange and where is my fridge?
Okay. Many newcomers will choose an ultra-friendly exchange in terms of how easy it is to use. So if we look on our wall here, Gemini, I believe, is an exchange, right? Strike is run by Jack Mahlers. Everybody loves this guy.
Yeah.
A lot of satillionaires in the comments like Stagsy, they use Strike. Super easy to use. I haven't been able to get past the text verification step for some reason, so I haven't been able to try it out yet. River is another one, okay?
Robinhood is also an exchange.
Robinhood. I mean, you
heard
can
of that
straight
one.
do it on Venmo and PayPal these
Yeah.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Cash
going to
App.
ask. Cash App. Yeah,
You
it
can do it
pops
on
up all the
Cash
time.
App. Yeah.
Is it safe?
Cash App, I think so. I mean, that's
Yes.
run by Jack Dorsey,
Yes.
and he's a hardcore Bitcoiner, so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
However, so it's good to get on there because you can just download an app, you can sign up, connect your bank account, start buying Bitcoin, and like you get it right away because they're like, hey, here you go. You don't actually have it because it takes
just
10
shows
minutes.
up as numbers.
Right.
Plus, it takes 10 minutes for a transaction to clear on the blockchain. So they're like, okay, you bought $50 of the Bitcoin. Here's how much Bitcoin you have.
Right.
That's on paper,
Okay.
right? It's not actually yours until it leaves an exchange and goes directly into your wallet. Now, good wallet for you to consider is Blue Wallet. It's right on your smartphone. So easy that my mom and dad can do it, and they're 72 and 74 years old or something like that. Okay?
Okay, noted.
1952 and 1954, whatever that math is.
Okay.
They can do it. I mean, you just download it and follow the prompts. Bam, you've got a wallet, right? So then a lot of people, they'll buy Bitcoin, maybe $50 a week, $50 a month. And once they have like a good amount, like a million sats, they'll draw it off into their own self-custody. So there's never too much. Like if you lost 1 million sats today, you'd be like, okay, that's like $1,000. That sucks. But it's not going to wreck me. But every once in a while, they pull it off, right?
Right.
Now, here at SatChats, we use Bitcoin Well.
Okay.
Bitcoin Well is available in the United States and Canada, so it's limited. You know, we are the world's biggest Bitcoin Welcome Center. So Stagsy can't use Bitcoin Well because he's in the UK. He uses Strike.
Got it.
But we use Bitcoin Well because when we buy on Bitcoin Well, there is no option to leave the hummus in the cold case.
Okay.
You must connect your wallet. And then they send, as soon as they get the Bitcoin, they send it right to your wallet. There's no funny business. Exchanges get hacked all the time because what are they doing? They're centralizing the
Right,
coins.
right.
It's just like a digital Fort Knox,
Okay.
right? If I'm a hacker, I can put in the same amount of work to get into your Blue Wallet and find dust, as it's called, right? Just a handful of Satoshis. It's like, dang it. Or I can do the same amount of work to get into Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini and be like, there's thousands of Bitcoin here,
Interesting.
right? Not to mention some exchanges don't blow up because they get hacked. They blow up because they get greedy. And they say they're just like a bank. They're like, well, not everybody's going to withdraw their Bitcoin all at one time. So
Yeah.
we can sell more Bitcoin than we
some of them
actually
are
have.
Are buying banks.
Oh.
Yeah. Their exchanges are buying banks, which is very interesting.
Which is wild.
wild.
Yeah.
So when leaving the exchange, is Bitcoin Well the wallet you're referring to? You mentioned that your parents will occasionally pull off.
No. Bitcoin Well is an exchange. That's a grocery store.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Blue Wallet is your shopping bag.
Blue wallet, got it.
Right?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
And they don't periodically pull their Bitcoin off Bitcoin Well into their Blue Wallet because Bitcoin Well doesn't allow it.
Okay.
They're like, dude, it's not cool for an exchange to take care of your Bitcoin for you, so we
Right.
don't offer it as an option.
Okay.
It goes right to you. Every single time it goes right to you.
It's just a pass through,
Yeah.
basically.
If you try to turn around and put the hummus back in the cold case, they say, no,
Get out of here.
leave.
Right.
So they're committed to doing it the right way, which makes it harder for newcomers to adopt it because they're like, wait, dude, what? I got to download a wallet. Can't I just pull out my Cash App and go $50? Now I got some. You have some,
Right.
but you don't really have it. And it's okay to start that way, by the way.
But in Blue Wallet, I do really have it.
Blue Wallet
Yes.
is yours.
Why are businesses able to make that connection and allow people to make purchases? You know, what's the backstory there?
I don't know for sure, but I think there's probably two reasons that I can think of. Number one, they want to appeal to Bitcoiners. They're like, look, we take Bitcoin here because Bitcoiners love buying stuff with Bitcoin because it proves that it is money that can be exchanged for real world goods and services. And Bitcoiners have been saying since it started in 2009 that Bitcoin is money. It's fun. It's cool, right? But the companies that really know what they're doing are trying to get as much Bitcoin as they can. Because Bitcoin is limited to 21 million.
Yeah.
And that's, okay. Are there people that are trying to have all of the 21 million?
100%.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly who's trying to get all 21 million Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You ready for this? Every single Bitcoiner.
Oh, okay.
We want as many Satoshis as we can get.
Right.
Because if you think of this like Manhattan, before it was ever developed on top of, any share of that land over a 400-year period is going to get insanely valuable. This is it's digital money, but what it really is it's like a line of digital real estate. And we're all claiming our share. It's like a land rush, but online.
Where does the trading aspect come in? Why would folks want to sell and give away and then vice versa? Where does that have a place? What is that?
Some people trade because they're traders and they get a joy out of trading. And some traders trade because they can't help it. Like Ron came on our show. He trades Bitcoin and he said, don't trade Bitcoin. Just stack sats every single week and dollar cost average into Bitcoin and your life will get better. I trade Bitcoin because I can't not trade Bitcoin. And it's super stressful and I don't recommend it. But he is driven to do that. Other people trade Bitcoin because they don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, check it out. Look at this cool investment. It's down here, then it goes up here. And then it's down here, and then it goes up here. So I can buy it down here, sell it here, get more dollars. Buy it down here with the more dollars, sell it here, even more dollars. I'm going to make a bunch of dollars trading Bitcoin. So they say this is a good investment. It's money. It's money. So how does that make you feel?
Like this is the beginning of a journey that I want to be very smart about. You know, like I also feel like I'll get excited, like you mentioned. And look at all these numbers. And what are the keys? I heard you call something a key. What is that?
That's the password.
Okay.
Right? So, when you have a bank account, you got to get a password to get in, right? That's your password.
Okay.
To your wallet.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And every wallet has a new set of keys.
Has a unique set of keys. There's multiple keys.
Well, it's like 12 words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's 12 random words in a row, which cannot be guessed by a computer.
Right.
Satoshi created a computer program that's so secure, other computers can't get inside.
Like, that still blows my mind.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, like, you say the words, and I'm like, I understand the words, but I don't... It's still Like every time I hear it, it's like the first time I've heard it.
That's like a God being so powerful, he creates a stone so heavy he can't lift it. That doesn't make sense. Right? But it's incredible. So what you get when you adopt Bitcoin is you get to become your own bank.
Right.
And the level of security around your savings is greater than anything else on earth.
Right.
And it's just for you.
Right.
And while the United States prints more and more and more dollars,
Right.
which means that your dollars buy you less and less and less, your Bitcoin stays the same. So your Bitcoin compared to the dollar gets more and more and more and more and more valuable.
Right. So what to do about the trend when you Google and you see, I guess, is it the Bitcoin rate, the year to date, what's is it the value? Like over the last 3 months.
Like how much has it gone up or down?
And then there's a nice little graph, nice little chart.
Yeah.
And
you're like, oh, Bitcoin's up or oh, Bitcoin's down.
Yeah, like so then your question was, all right, so does this help and what are next steps for me? If I were to start, how do I know that I'm not going to make really, really dumb decisions in regards to when to trade, when to buy, when to sell, when to do all those things?
Okay.
So here's what I love about Bitcoin.
Let's go.
I don't have to do any of that. I just buy it.
Okay.
Just as Stewart likes to say, and he is a huge proponent on the show of dollar cost averaging. So just buying like every Monday, $54 because it adds up to $9.
Right.
Or whatever you want to do. If you want to start with 25, 20, whatever.
Right.
Just have it set as a recurring buy, which you can do on Bitcoin Well, and you don't ever have to think about it. Like it is the most female-friendly form of investing in your future.
Yeah.
So,
Like I don't have to think about it.
Right.
Like if it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down.
Right. So I guess that's my question in regards to the chart that I saw.
Yeah.
You have that set to take place every Monday. What if there are some really, really bad Mondays in a row? Are you not getting the value of
But then
the
what if you have
coin?
some really, really like good Mondays for
flips
you,
another
which
day.
would be
Okay.
it goes down.
Got it.
So like over time, you'll end up ahead because that's what Bitcoin
Got it.
does.
Right.
Because it's still holding its value, whereas the dollar is decreasing its value
Okay,
or
got
its
you.
purchasing power. And so just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Start with a small
Yes.
amount. It's not one of those things that like you would do like, hey, I'm going to buy this much Bitcoin and then I want to see how much like it is in dollars in like 2 months. Like that's not that's not really the purpose. But if you want to say like, hey, I have this goal. I
Right.
want to buy a house in 5 years.
Right.
Or I want to retire early. Or I just want to have a safety net for
Right.
myself.
Yep.
And so you can have 3 different wallets potentially with 3 different goals.
Gotcha.
But the point is to just let it sit.
Okay.
It's sort of how we would think about a retirement account that we've
Which
been
a
told
lot
we
of
would maybe have.
Exactly.
Correct,
So
we
there are
won't have
family
it.
members that are like, okay, so why don't you have a Roth IRA yet? Why don't you have this on third yet? So everything you're teaching me about or sharing with me about, like, okay, this is the banks and this is the problem with the banks. This is the problem with the future of banks. This is where the government has its hands in it. You're saying that it is that without those issues.
Yeah. So number 60, Simple Steve to. Yeah,
Hey, bestie.
He's just such a great
Hey,
reference.
bestie.
He's just such a great reference. He cashed out his 401k
Okay.
and like bought Bitcoin with it. And it's outperforming whatever his 401k would have been doing
Okay.
Yeah.
by leaps and bounds.
It's Bitcoin is the top performing asset
Yeah.
or the top performing investment 16 years in a row.
'Cause it
And it's
doesn't-
been
it's
around
not
for
depreciating,
16
it's not-
years. Right? So even if you're like, well, I'm not really ready to visualize this future where Bitcoin is money. And by the way, Cash App, Jack Dorsey also owns Square, just rolled out nationwide at every single Square point of sale, pay with Bitcoin. Like that.
Wow.
Right? Now you can buy things with Bitcoin in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
But if you're not ready for that, You can just say, well, it's an investment in me and my future.
Yeah.
I need to put my money in the best performing asset.
Right.
And what's been the best investment for the past 16 years in a row? It ain't stocks.
Right.
It ain't bonds. It ain't mutual funds. It's not
Definitely.
Roth IRAs.
Right.
It's not gold. It's not houses. It's not land. Okay? It's not motorcycle papers. Shout out to my dad. All right? It's Bitcoin. So just put it in Bitcoin.
Okay.
And the way that you can not make mistakes is just like Abe said, just go slow.
Yeah.
Just go real slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about I know you say you don't do math and all that, but off the top of your head, when you think about how much money you could comfortably set aside a month,
Right.
what's that number?
Right. 70.
$70,
Yeah,
right?
comfortably.
You could divide 70 by 4, which is $17 and 50 cents or something.
I'm so impressed.
Well,
And you
no
can
one's here to fact check him, so he can say anything.
Yeah, it's something around there.
It's something.
Something like that. It's definitely 1.7, and then there's something that happens after that. So it's 17-ish bucks each week. You could set aside an order says, "Look, let me put $17 aside." That's what number 12 Jack does. About $20 a week,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
based on how well his power washing business is going.
Got it.
Those $17 a week every week will just slowly add up to so much
Right.
over time that you'll be really happy you did it. And as it does what it does, you'll start to go, okay, now I'm ready to put other money that I'm saving in my regular savings account.
Right.
I'm going to start,
Yeah.
because my $17 a week has turned into a whole bunch of money. And my, $1,000 emergency fund in my bank account is now $1,000 and $1.17. That's
Right.
not so hot, dude. And you'll just naturally get to where
Yeah.
you convert more and more of your finances over.
Right. In case of emergency, am I able to convert in the opposite direction?
Hundo P.
Okay. Okay.
And not only can you convert it over to the US dollar in the case of emergency, you can get yuan, rupees, renminbi,
Oh,
the
that's
Argentinian
interesting.
peso, the pound, the euro.
Did not think about
right?
that.
How many more can
The
you
ruble.
keep going, man?
The rand.
What?
The Quetzal we just learned about.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Crazy.
You can get, and that's 9, I'm stopping there. You can get literally any kind of money you want, including gold.
Interesting.
You can get yourself some gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay? You can exchange it out for a house,
I did
land,
not
a car,
know
airplane. Okay?
Wow.
Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is the most exchangeable thing because it's everywhere at all times. It's digital. It can go between people. You talked about interpersonal intelligence. Bitcoin is the most interpersonal item on earth. Okay? It can go
Makes traveling
directly
Yeah. Yeah.
from me to you. It can go directly from me to you.
Right.
Not in today's system where I swipe a credit card and then it goes to 7 other processors before it gets to you, which is a total of 9 steps. It is interpersonal. Like golden cash, but on the internet and a million times better.
Okay.
Okay? So, you just start slow, girl.
Yeah.
All right?
And then it'll like start to eat away at you
Yeah.
in like the best way possible.
In a good way. Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then the money you set aside starts to mean something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of being like, I saved $1,000, I'm finally ready to buy that thing that was $1,000 that I wanted last
And then,
year.
oh no, a car emergency. I shouldn't have bought that thing that I really wanted last year because I didn't know I was going to need that for this car repair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specific example.
But even worse is that nothing goes wrong, and you go to buy the $1,000 thing that you
Yeah.
saved up hard for, but it's been a year since you started saving. It's $1,200 now. You're like, well, what the? Oh, I got to keep saving.
Oh,
you go get $1,200. Like, that was tough. They're like, it's $1,250 because it's
Right.
been 2 months. You're like, oh my,
Right.
I can't save up for anything, right?
Yeah.
But you save $1,000 in Bitcoin, and a year later it's $2,000.
Right.
A year later that's $4,000. Then 8. You're like, bruh,
Yeah.
this thing is doing what I needed to do without me doing anything.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Year to year, 12 months ago,
Yeah.
Bitcoin is up 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Right? So if you had a trip tomorrow and it cost $10,000, you could have bought 5,000 of Bitcoin a year ago,
Right.
chilled out, and it would now be 10K and you go on your trip. Come on.
And then you get addicted to the growth. Like, I would be like, you know what, forget the trip. If this is going to double in a year's time, then I'll just wait another year. And,
Correct.
yeah,
And eventually you get
Yeah.
it. Eventually you're saying, wait. You know, I spend my Bitcoin freely because I want to support the network, and I'm okay to just... But most people, they do get to a point where they're like, well, hang on. This is increasing in value so much, I'm not going to spend it.
Yeah.
And you get into the realm of going to companies like Ledin, squib and you say, hey, here's $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. And they say, okay, hey, here's $5,000 in cash. We'll hold on to your Bitcoin for you. You spend the cash. Bitcoin doubles to 20K. And they say, hey, it's gone up in value, which means you can carry up to 10,000 on the back. Do you want another 5? You're like, yep.
Yeah.
And you just start harvesting
Right.
silly US dollars out of your Bitcoin without ever spending your Bitcoin because because I love the gains, right?
Okay.
So it's a wild world out there,
Very
Ava.
wild. Very
and
wild.
we're basically trying to introduce you as someone who has known and loved glass beads your all life as money to the gold coin.
Right.
And you're like, this is a completely alien and brand new form of money that I don't fully understand yet.
Right. And it was the fear of the unknown, like, period, which is why I was grateful to be able to come on. I'm like, yeah, why not have you explain? I thought you would have your work cut out for you, but obviously not. Like, y'all are on it. Like, you knew exactly how to meet me where I am, which some folks commented on number 56, Marissa's episode, and loved that. I was like, this is so refreshing. Okay, this next question is geared directly toward my best friend down in Atlanta. I'm sure he'll end up being a number. Maybe he should be a guest on the show.
Holler, okay.
Love that.
Who are the people that are constantly monitoring the charts and the graphs and who are those people that are like, yep, I'm trading today and I'm going to be glued to my computer and I need to see when to make this trade, and oh no, I made a bad trade at a bad time, and oh yeah, I made a good trade today. Who are those people? What is happening? What are they doing?
They're the same people. I mean, the reason why someone who likes disc golfs and watches disc golf content is because they love disc golfing.
Okay.
Right? The guy who loves...
Such a weird example.
The guy who loves lifting heavy and watches YouTube content of other people lifting heavy is because he likes to lift heavy. So the people who are trading Bitcoin are the ones who enjoy trading. And also, they believe that they can get rich faster by buying it low, selling it high, or some people take the option to sell it low after buying it high. You get it. You get into calls, puts, the whole kaleidoscopic world of finance. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to build wealth slowly over time by stacking sats into self-custody. It's been a year since I started stacking sats and Bitcoin's up 100%. I'm okay with that.
Right.
I don't need to try to trade my way to 200% or 1000%. I'm not built like that. I don't need that. I'm not a point in time person. My brother likes to look at charts. He doesn't trade Bitcoin, but he watches Bitcoin go up and down, and when it goes down, he buys more. Watches it go up, comes down, he buys more. So that when he's exchanging his dollars for Bitcoin, he's getting more satoshis each time.
Got it.
Again, dollar cost average beats any other strategy over the long term, period.
Right.
Because you don't always hit it on the bottom. So just you just go nice and easy, right?
Yeah.
So the people that are trading because they trade.
Got it. Okay.
It also gives you back your time. Like, instead of having to worry about that trading or hitting it right or buying on the dip, you can just carry on with your life. Which there are so many other things to think about that impact you than, I don't know, figuring out when the right time is to buy something.
Right.
And it's also, I feel like you get an extra star on the point scale of living your life and completing your tasks, the gamification of your life.
Yeah, achievement unlocked.
Correct. You get an extra star because you're actually choosing to save or invest and buy Satoshis in a hard money.
Yeah.
And so it's going to hold its value where the dollar just isn't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you're a feeler. Do you really want to become a part-time finance bro in order to protect your hard work?
Not at all.
No.
Right.
No.
Now, there's a lot to Bitcoin, Ava,
Yeah.
and there's more than we will ever fit into a single chat about sats.
Yeah.
So we do ask each of our guests if they would be willing to come back on in 9 months to give us an update on their Bitcoin baby. Would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely.
I would love that. And what I would earmark for that update would be to dive specifically into just how interpersonal Bitcoin is. Because we touched on its peer-to-peer nature, right? But we need to explode the view on that so that you can have your mind blown on just how interpersonal it really is, you know?
Cool.
We've talked about how it is secure. We've talked about how it's governed by consensus. But that interpersonal element, woo,
Interesting.
is massive, right? So
Okay.
let's turn it over to our lead sponsor here today, Ithaca
Yes.
Hummus.
Excellent. Would you like a woven wheat?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I love a
So-
woven wheat.
Today, we are going to be
Break it.
tasting the lemon
She goes
dill.
half. She
Yeah, I
goes
want to
half.
go.
Go
like,
half.
I feel bad because the crumbs are gonna crumb. Here,
No,
I'll
don't
put
worry
them.
about it.
I'll put them here, and then I'll dust it off
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
There we go.
We're good.
Why,
the
thank
half
you.
cracker's a little easier.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Bro!
Oh,
She
no.
chomping down. We hadn't even told you
Oh.
which flavor it is up in here.
Dang.
Dang. Go ahead. Go ahead
Okay,
and chomp.
keep going.
Just do it.
Just
okay?
do it.
You will simply add to the trivia on TikTok next block, which is how many guests jumped the crunch. You know?
Okay,
Is
okay.
it 3? Is it 4? That's a million sats question, by the way, y'all.
It is.
Okay. I'm saving the other crunch into the microphone for this piece, though.
Okay.
Because I know
Did
that's
you chew it? I didn't see you
Yeah,
chew or
she-
swallow
Yeah,
at
I
all.
practically was like, no.
Okay.
Let's get you some more.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
hummus.
editors, we're gonna cut that out. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is lemon dill.
Yeah.
One of our favorites. It's definitely, I think it's one of your tops for
you
sure.
keep
It definitely hits pickle for me right off the top because of the dill.
Yeah.
I chose it.
And then that kind of low tahini, creamy mouthfeel
Yeah.
jumps in there for me.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to walk away with Ithaca hummus today?
So
Oh,
this
for
tub is
sure,
going to be
it's
yours. This is yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right, ready?
Okay, here we
Cheers.
go. Cheers.
Mmm.
Wow.
Mmm.
Oh my gosh.
Mmm.
Oh yeah. Never buying another hummus. That's amazing.
You really don't.
I mean,
No, I really don't need another hummus.
This to me is actually one of the most sophisticated of the flavors.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I know.
Oh.
The
Wow.
lemon. Oh my gosh.
I think because dill is not,
That's so good.
you sort of get it in like
May I?
a cheese
you.
or like on
Wow.
It's not your everyday herb.
salmon. Right.
You also get that tub of hummus. You also get a Genesis pack.
I thought it was Pokemon cards. I was like, what is this?
It's basically
Sort of.
Bitcoin Pokemon cards, right? So number 83, Aladdin, is at the head of Bitcoin trading cards, and he basically wanted to break down Bitcoin into easily digestible concepts. Kind of like
Bite-size pieces. If you
there you
will.
go. It's kind of like collectible flashcards that will
Very
teach you
cool.
some of the concepts behind Bitcoin because, again, there is a lot to it.
Much needed.
So that pack is yours. Thank you, Aladdin. Shout out to
you.
the Bitcoin trading
Yes.
card community on Telegram, which is
Thank
a
you.
great place to hang out.
This is really cool.
And we have one more gift to make for you here today.
So, since you've watched the show and you know it's
Yes,
coming,
I know it's coming.
and at SatChats we believe in value for value.
Yes.
And so, in exchange for your time and coming on our
Yes.
show, we would like to make you an offer.
Yes.
Of $50 in fiat or $50 in Bitcoin, which at today's exchange rate
Yeah.
is 44,450 satoshis.
Wow.
What would you like to choose?
That's a magical number right there, the 444. I think I'm going to go with the 50. Just kidding. I'll go with the Bitcoin.
Golly, that's not cool.
That's not
That's not cool because literally,
I totally got all of you. Oh my God, that was so good.
My lower abdominal wall did like an unpleasant.
His tummy hurt.
Yeah. Like that. It's like.
Oh, man.
I don't even like joking around about that.
That was planned.
It's not even.
I
funny.
want you to know I've been planning that for like a week.
Oh,
I was
well.
so excited.
That was about as nice as the last time it happened. We had Kayla.
Yeah.
We had Kayla on the show, but she wasn't even as nice as you, where you kind of did it real quick.
I did, yeah.
She built up. She's like, I'm not so sure. This should be an easy choice, but it isn't. And then
Great
she
job,
said,
Kayla.
I'm going to take the cash. And she let it sit for like
Oh, wow.
2
She let it sit.
seconds.
Uncomfortable amount
She
of
is
time.
more brave than I am. I didn't want to go through that.
I think it was
Oh,
like, I think
rough.
she's number 68. You
Yeah.
guys should just, y'all should just skip to that moment at number 68, Kayla.
Yeah.
And we had just lost a guy to the cash, number 66. And we were like, literally,
Dang.
Yeah.
I lost 10 years off the end of my life. And then she was like, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take the Bitcoin. We're like, oh. And like, we literally are in physical pain.
It was
That
so
is
bad.
hilarious.
So
Love
thank
it.
goodness you took the 44,450 sats.
Right.
100 million satoshis in each Bitcoin, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's a lot.
you're on your way, all right?
Okay.
And our goal for you between now and when you come back on, if
Mm-hmm.
at all possible, is to become a satillionaire where you have 1 million sats
Oh my goodness.
stacked up in self-custody, okay?
Right.
So you bring our scoreboard to 131, who have got the self horns over here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow, that sounds so much like the horn.
Yeah. Who have stacked the sats? 9. Who have chosen the cash, continuing to dunk on the U.S. dollar here on this show.
So if you like what you've heard, subscribe, number 1. Number 2, click the bell so you'll know. We are on every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And on Fridays, we have a live game show, TikTok Next Block, where you get a chance to win 1 million Satoshis every single week.
Yeah.
And since we are the show that gives away Satoshis at the end of our episode in our game show, we also want to give away 2 million Satoshis when we hit 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And we're going to drop it randomly on one of you that have subscribed.
Oh, wow.
So help us get to 10,000 before Christmas, or as Stewart likes to say, Yule.
Thank you.
Yes.
Representation.
Representation matters. And so, with that, thanks so much. Anything else you want to know can be found in our show notes.
That chats is.
For educational purposes only and shall not be construed as financial advice. And our guest views are their own.
Bow. There we go. Until next time, keep stacking those sats.